We're here at the mall. You want to say something? She wants to open her mouth and eat it. Do you want to eat the microphone? Nope. We're at a mall where Kim and I used to bring our kids when they were little. Although there used to be a big carousel there with animal stuff on it. They don't have that anymore.
I thought it went away with COVID, I believe.
Is that when it went away?
Maybe.
2020, man. Who knew?
I don't know. Our kids were pretty big then. I don't know.
But we are just spending the day with little Ramona, who is just turned a year. What, a month ago? Has that been that?
Like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Wait a
She's
minute.
barely a year old. Hold on.
1 week ago.
1 week ago. Jeez.
Time is weird.
Time is slow and fast at the same time. And she is the most fun freaking kid to take anywhere. She's easy. She smiles. She loves everything. She wants to
Sit
point.
up on your shoulders.
Loves sitting on my shoulders, looking at everybody, checking the place out. She doesn't even like hold my head. She just relaxes. Like she's not afraid of the height at all, which is crazy. Even my kids were afraid of the height a little bit. And we just
sure about the escalator.
Yeah, the escalator is a little freaky. It looks like a big monster with teeth. She didn't do much. She just eyed it
Like what's
cautiously.
that about?
Like, maybe we don't want to deal with that. But this little old man, he was probably in his 80s,
Yeah.
just came by here all hunched over and while we're feeding her and said, "You're going to spoil that kid." And I'm like, yeah, that's what you do. That's our job. Huh? She's just happy to be here. She's doing this thing where if you say you want to kiss, she doesn't just give you a lip kiss. She like sticks her tongue out and goes and licks your face, which is pretty great. Are you okay? Let's get that out of your hand there, sweetheart. There you go. That's better. Anyway. Oh, careful. Are we getting up?
No, just want some more.
Can she get up?
No, she's clipped in.
You know,
She's buckled.
you'd hardly know. Look at the way she's all stretched out. She's not a sit still kind of kid. If you put her down, she wants to go.
Yes.
And if she had her way, she'd stand up right now. No, you're fine. We need like a
Wet wipe?
wet wipe. Okay.
Just these?
I remember these. Kim's really good though. First thing she did, because we're at this mall and this is like food court table, and who knows what freaking defiling horribleness was here. So the first thing she does is whip out a
No. Baby wipe.
baby wipe
Wipe it all
and
down.
just wipe it all down like we don't trust any of it, which we don't. How come your
Why
Greek
would
thing's
we?
taking so long?
It always does.
Does it really?
Yeah.
They do it fresh every time?
So our very first date was a Greek place.
Yeah.
And they took a long time, but we were talking because it was our first date.
That's true. Our first date was at a Greek place in a mall. What was it called? Das Greek to me,
Yeah.
right?
They have a Das Greek, by the way, over in, what's it called?
I don't know. Another mall?
Mill Creek area, kind of? No,
Outdoor.
it's over by Dillon's work.
Oh. Well, I'm glad they still exist.
Yeah. And it tastes the same.
Weird.
Same recipe. Oh.
Because we were, it was in this mall that doesn't exist anymore. It's I think the place where the Das Greek to me restaurant would have been like where the parking lot is underground for the new building.
You want to taste?
That's how long that's when you know we've been married for a long time. They tear down stuff that you went on your first date for. Oh, how's that? Is that good?
It's a mango lassi.
Do you like it? This place is called Greek, or The Greek Kebab, or if you read it wrong, Greek Kebab the. Greek Kebab the. Anyway, if you're a local, we're in Southtown, just, what is this called?
Southtown Mall.
Is it just called Mall?
Yeah, Southtown Mall in Sandy.
Don't they have some fancy name like Southtown Shops or some
No,
bull
but
crap?
it ends with an E.
Shops does? Or Southtowny? Lame. Trying to fancy up the place, but hey, there's still a Panda Express in here, so what are you going to do?
And a Sbarro.
In a
Like
Sbarro.
at every mall.
My whole entire high school was Sbarro.
That kept you alive.
Oh man, every time we went, we went to the mall a lot because we would skip class and go there.
Skip school.
Skip school, go to the arcade,
School skipper.
play 720 and Super Sprint.
She's just watching people.
She's a people watcher, yep. Look at
We
you.
need to get her we need to get her some mirrored sunglasses.
You know what's funny about her is she's got red hair, and all my kids have had hints of that in the sun and stuff, but not anything obvious. But blue eyes, red hair, it doesn't seem to be changing. She's gonna be a little ginger.
No, she's gonna be ginger for sure. Her eyebrows and her eyelashes are like.
And if anyone teases her, I'm putting my foot right up their butt,
That's it.
way up their butt. Anyway, we're just having fun. Thought I would check in. Always a good time to do diary stuff, especially after my last one, which was kind of dire and sad and depressing. Don't point at old people, girl. That'll be us one day.
Taste that.
Okay.
It's literally yogurt and maple. I think you'd like it.
Ooh, I do. It's not that sweet.
It's just yogurt.
Oh, yeah, I thought it would be like overpoweringly sweet. That's really good.
It's like fresh mango and yogurt. That's how they make it usually.
That's really good. All right, well, on that note,
On that note,
I'll see you soon. I'm sitting in one of those shiatsu massage. Can you hear it? Chair things that you get at the mall. It's like $5 for 10 minutes or whatever it is. I remember when it was $2 for 10. The pandemic comes for us all. Shrinkflation. Anyway, I thought I'd stop here. This is going to sound weird because it's joggling me. Joggling. Because I always like one of these. And what I don't want is, like, you know, the people in the mall where in the middle of the mall there's like a dude who's doing it to you? Oh, this thing. Dude. There's a part of this, though, in the cycle where I feel like it's trying to get up my butt. I can't quite explain it, but there's something down there, down low, the bum part. Anyway, the baby did not like this. I've tried to have her sit with me, and as soon as she felt the vibration of this chair, like, flowing through everything, that weirded her out. She's like, I'm out of here. So now her and Kim are walking around the arcade. There's this place in here called Round One. We almost rented this place once for an event. Maybe one day we still will, but it's basically giant arcade. Fair number of arcade games, but way too many claw machines and pachinko style stuff and, you know, ticket crap. There are no good arcades anymore. I mean, there are, but they're rare. They're not like they used to be. When my dad had his arcades, they were just video game after video game. You got your Joust and your Missile Command and your whatnot, you know? Now I look in there and I can see there's some kind of Batman game, something called Nitro Trucks, and then just what looks like miles of claw machines. And then behind that, a bunch of ticket machines. Oh, and some I guess that's foosball? I don't know what that is now. They look too short to be foosball. It's like the pickleballification of foosball. Not foosball. That's not the right thing. What am I trying to say? What's the thing where you get the long ramp and you try to get in the circles? The little circle in the middle is the highest points, but all the rings around it are less. Something ball. Not foosball. Foosball's like the little soccer thing with the twisty arms. Oh, that right there. Okay. You know what? You don't want to be here for this part. I'll talk to you soon. We're at the Asian market, and Kim ran in real quick to pee, I believe. Had a thought while she's there and I'm out here. First of all, today's been a mistake food-wise. I've made some errors that are mostly just me feeling a little too, I don't know. Me feeling like it's the weekend, man. I should get to have a little bit of a something. Like, yeah, but maybe not everything you've eaten today. Anyway, regrets on that later, surely. I have a theory. Here's my theory. In the last 32 days, things have been pretty weird. And you know what I'm talking about, okay? Geopolitically speaking. And I think I don't know if this is just that weird. There's a that little piece of yourself that's really optimistic about everything and maybe shouldn't be. A little piece of me thinks, because I'll try to articulate this, or why I came to this thought. We were at the mall still, and there was this kid who was maybe 12. This girl, she was on her way into the Asian import store. Her and her friends, bunch of giggly girls. They all had little purses, and they just looked like your average 12-year-olds at the mall, normal stuff. And as we're walking down, we're holding the baby's hand, and she's walking between us, and she's walking, but she looks like she's a little awkward because she's only one, but super cute. And this girl goes, "Oh my gosh, your baby is so cute." And Kim very quickly says, "Oh, it's not our baby, it's our grandbaby." She goes, "What? She looks at me and she goes, "I'll bet you're all of 28 and she's only 24. I'm like, "That's right, kid. You're going to go places in this world." You know what I mean? Smart, funny, confident, not afraid to engage with someone else she doesn't know. Just, I don't know, struck me that way. And then later on, same thing happens. 5-6-year-old kid sees the baby walk and says, "How old is that baby?" And Kim goes, "She's 1." And he goes, "And she's walking already?" She goes, "Yep." He goes, "That's crazy. So cool." And he just walks by. Now, maybe these two kids who just made me grin and made me happy that they exist, maybe that's playing on this. Maybe that's pushing this thought into my head. But that thought is this. If you swing too hard in the direction of misery and pain, it's going to have to come back. Oh, the wife's back. Where'd they let you pee? Where'd you go?
What do you mean, where'd they let me
Well,
pee?
no, where did you pee?
The ladies' room?
At the which store?
The one on the main hallway.
The main market?
Yeah.
Oh, where we're going when she wakes up?
Yes.
Okay. And what are we getting today?
They let me pee on the claw machine. I don't know. What did you want me to say?
They have a claw machine in there?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, that's right. They do have a whole row of them.
Yeah.
You ever used one?
I have.
They'll rip you off.
I know.
The worst odds in all of betting. I'll bet if you went to Vegas, there are better odds in blackjack and roulette and all that than there is on claw machines for kids. Never forget, never surrender. Okay, I'm in the market now, and I realized that I got cut short on my thought there because Kim showed up and I was distracted. Point is that it might swing back the other way in a major way because, not just because of these kids I met, but just because people don't want to be miserable. And sometimes it's miserable even when things are skewed your direction in terms of opportunities and stuff. It always swings back. Like being mean and being cruel and all that stuff, it never sticks for too long. On the aggregate, okay, I know there's always people. I'm not saying that there aren't, but I don't know. There needs to be a swing in power, which I suppose means a swing in money, which I suppose is very hard, especially since we've gotten so good at hoarding it now. With the, very few people. I don't know. It's perhaps a bit naive, and I admit that, but I don't know. I have hopes. I have dreams. And I also have a giant bag of what is this? Thai Hom Mali rice that looks like it's got a tiny hole in the corner, and if somebody hit this with their cart going the wrong miles per hour in this market, there would be enough rice on the floor to cause a 5-car pileup. Okay? All right. And finally, we're done. We've come back home. I don't know if you could tell while I was in that Asian market, but I was so tired. I was kind of punch drunk there at the end. I felt stoned, Sometimes you have a big, heavy lunch. The sun's out. It's beating on your face a little bit. It's cold, but warm in a weird way. Walking up and down a mall all afternoon. And, just it has a way of wearing you down. I'm old. But yeah, I was so pooped, and I'm afraid if I go back to listen to the last thing I recorded, I'm going to be embarrassed. But I took like a 10-minute cat nap. Feel a lot of, I feel refreshed. So, just wanted to finish this out and say thanks for spending the day with me a little bit, having a little bit of fun. We finished it with a trip to one of our favorite Mexican places. One of the only places I can put my finger on that didn't change their pricing drastically post-COVID, that didn't have massive inflation. And I'm not sure why. I have a personal acquaintance of mine who says they think that's because the cartel runs it and they launder their money there. Which, is probably not true at all. But whatever the reason is, I guess I'm glad that I can still go somewhere that doesn't feel like they doubled everything. I don't know why that's so. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what did it. I'm not an economist. I'm no expert in the field at all. I don't have any expertise in that field, which is a problem because if I had a little, at least I'd maybe have some understanding. Instead, I'm left with my own personal conspiracy theories, if you want to call them that. They're not, I don't think they're that out there, but I just think corporate greed plays a role. I think that there's a pile-on effect. One place does it, then everybody does it. Because everybody can do it, they do it. It's basically the free market at play. If people pay it, then they'll pay it. And if it was too much, you'd have to lower prices. I mean, that's basics, right? That's the basic deal. So I guess in the end, we're the problem. The people who are like, Big Macs are double what they used to be. Oh man, that's terrible. I guess. Well, anyway, I'm off to get a Big Mac. You know what I mean? It's not like they stopped or curtailed their buying. So, whether it's that or grocery stuff or, electronics or whatever, and forget about all the tariffs and everything and be applied now. That's just going to make it more complicated and have them go up for other reasons. But, did it all need to do that in 5 years, 4.5 years? No, it didn't. It did, but it didn't need to. Inflation, I know it slowly goes up over time, but when it just has these jumps and then everyone blames it on something, which, I get it when there's something that you can't get a hold of because for whatever reason there's a break in production, right? You can't get microprocessors. Remember that whole thing? You couldn't get chips. So the car industry couldn't get them. They had cars just sitting on the lot, not selling because they didn't have all the chips they needed to finish up whatever you had to do in the car. Blah, 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 blah. Couldn't get a hold of GPUs, couldn't get a hold of CPUs. It was like a big, ugly, roadblock, bottleneck. But it eventually went away. Now, I understand during the time that it was kind of crazy that prices would go up because demand goes up, supply goes down. I get it. The part I usually like about that way that works is that when it clears out, prices go back down to a reasonable level because we're back into the main flow of things. Didn't happen this time. People kept it high. Why? What was different? I find it very annoying because it vastly disproportionately affects people who struggle to make ends meet. And it pads the pockets of people who have so much money they could buy themselves over and over 50 times. I don't know, man. Anyway, that's a fun way to end this. What a fun day we've had together here on the diary. Keep your feedback coming. There's that new way to contact us. voicecast.app/diary. That's voicecast.app/diary. It's also up on the diary site. So frogpants.com, you can get it up there. And leave us me a voicemail. Leaveth me a voicemaileth. Sound like a Bible passage here, King James Version. But if you'd rather email or text, all that info's up there too. So just go to frogpants.com/diary and you'll get all you need. Have a great time. We'll see you next time.
Those pants are made for frogging, if you know what I mean. I actually don't. Frogpants.com.